Hey, sports bettors. Happy Wednesday, April 3rd. My name is Boyd. I teach beginner and struggling sports bettors how to use data-driven analytics and tools to profit over and over again with some very, I don't say rule-based, but range-based steps and actual betting plan. Find outlier pricing in sports bets, and you can profit over and over again because you're essentially buying low, selling high, just like day trading and options. And that's some of the same concepts, some of the same heuristics we're using in sports betting and applying that to profit and doing it in all the different markets. So that's what the channel is all about. If you enjoy that kind of content, make sure you give us a like and a share. Join the channel so we can incorporate you and include you in our betting education. All right, guys, also mentioned the website. Those that want to get their education expedited, boyddavis.com is where you can go. We do a private one-on-one consultation. You can really expedite your education because we have literally a foundation of knowledge and a base, as well as the steps of a betting plan, like an investment plan. And you can do that, one-on-one consultation with the packages we have available, depending on what level you want to take your game to. So highly recommend stopping by the website and, let me know if you have some interest in that. We can certainly get you started and get you going right away. Also, if you're in Colorado, you want to make sure you get signed up for Sport Trade and for Novig. They're two betting exchanges that are very good tools to help you use a lot of the features, a lot of the benefits of a betting exchange versus a betting sports book. So I'm going to leave those down below as well. Again, Novig and Sport Trade. Sports betting exchanges we're fortunate to have here in Colorado. If you're not in Colorado, that's unfortunate, but if you are, make sure you get that done because it's going to really help add some more value to your sports betting. All right, guys, so again, in these videos, we're going to show you some educational tools, some educational strategies and tips and some methods to use this approach in sports betting. So the videos are going to include a lot of the heuristics for that, handful of selections, handful of picks, but you're going to see in the videos there is a boatload of opportunities, a truckload of opportunities, and that's what I do the balance of the day is incorporate as many as I possibly can that fit the criteria and fit the sort of the range of the rules-based strategies that we use for positive EV betting. So you're going to get that. Now you need the tools, you need those to have to make these decisions and use to your advantage. So if you don't have OddsJam, make sure you get signed up. You really need to have some tools to help yourself out to find these. And OddsJam is going to get you where you need to go, saving 20% off your first 2 months as a new subscription. Use Boyd20, BOYD20. Get you a little cost savings there. Take that money, put it back in your bankroll to reinvest. So also, we're going to go through some other tips and methods on a consulting basis at the website, boyddavis.com. We have that available if you want to do one-on-one consulting and kind of expedite your education a little faster. Okay, guys, here we go. First play of the day. Over on the left-hand side, on the positive EV side, again, using the positive expected value page is going to help you identify the best edge, the best market width, the best plays. And you can put this in your settings sort of in various orders. If you hit play, this information comes in nonstop. So sometimes you need to hit pause to have a little bit of a timeout to kind of collect yourself and, put the bets in, that kind of thing. So first one I'm looking at here is player rebounds with Rudy Gobert. Looking at the under, and the reason I like this under is because Pinnacle right now, Sharpest Sportsbook, is at minus 131, and they had a nice jump from the minus 106 down to that level, and so that's a good indicator. Now, as everyone kind of knows that follows the channel, I typically like to use betonline.ag as my go-to for true north on player props. However, it's not exactly the case. Their charts are bouncing back and forth, so I'm not as excited about that. But what I am going to do is go ahead and play the under. Go ahead and go with the OddsJam tools here, and take this at FanDuel or Caesars, whatever you have available. DraftKings is real close to it, minus 105. So is ESPN Bet. So for those reasons, is basically the reason why I'm going to jump on this best price in the market. And I think based on that flow, that market flow. The other thing I did is I did some stat analysis with a couple other sites and projections, and the projections showed that they're anticipating a slight under as well. So again, I'm getting a lot of support for those various reasons. All right, this next one here is a 3.3% edge with rebounds as well with Tatum. Now, I looked up some of the stat information that I've been following, and I'm not seeing the big edge, even though BetOnline's at minus 142. I do believe this over is sort of the play here, even though this is a wacky chart. I don't like these charts because what this shows me or tells me initially is maybe they bought this down a little bit so that they could come back later and jump on the over when potential higher amounts are able to get in on. So I do believe that the over is the slight play here. Pinnacle's chart, they are going the opposite direction. It's just a wacky, weird chart. Even though we have a nice edge and a nice width, I'm just not excited about, playing this particular situation because the lack of support that I got on some of my stat tools that show me that this is a potential over. I can't get Pinnacle at that price, and I'm not going to pay minus 140, so I'm going to pass on this, but I do believe that's the direction of the wager. Next up here, player points. Again, Pinnacle showing the best price. We're going to open this up and kind of take a look. Minus 154 on the over. Slight. Way down, but some buybacks, so they're still moving about 25 cents that direction. That's encouraging. Caesar's best price here at minus 117. Let's open this up and see what BetOnline has. Okay, I opened that up and I didn't see any BetOnline charts. So my first inclination would be to play this at Caesar's at minus 117 because I have some stat data that shows this is a propensity to be the over. I like this as a support. The caveat is I don't have the market direction from BetOnline, so I'd either play this at Caesars at minus 117 or leave it alone. I would not pay the minus 140. There's just, not enough positive EV there to, risk the money. I mean, 125 at Fliff, I don't know. But again, it's all your choice, your call, your bet, your money, your deal. Onward and upward here to the rebounds. Let's take a look at player rebounds in this read category. BetOnline showing pretty even. Let's take a look at Pinnacle. Minus 140. Chart drop like a cliff. Boom. That's encouraging. That's good. So that seems to be where initially I would look. And so I think one thing that's making this a deciding factor, or why I will go ahead and put a little bit on this, is because I do like to play DraftKings unders. Again, there's the little bit of a direction on the positive for the BetOnline. Nothing crazy. We have Pinnacle go in this direction too. I did get one of the simulations to say that the under would be a better route. They're guessing it at around 6, so that's a little bit of support. So again, nothing crazy, but would probably just go ahead and play this for a minimal bet, either at 365, whatever the 115 book is that you have that you want to disperse funds at. But again, a smaller bet, so if you need to lay low, that would be the play. So again, you guys can see a boatload of bets, boatload of opportunities to try to share 3 or 4 that, are kind of the top of the list. And so give you the breakdown of kind of how and why I'm selecting the way I am and kind of the direction. I like to see this low market width, especially in mainline bets, which is what you have here. So, you can open these up and take a look for yourself to see which route, again, using Pinnacle, Sharpest Sportsbook is going to be maybe the play here. And they're good market support, good direction on that. So Pacers minus 6.5 looks kind of good. Again, you could pick that up at minus 118 at FanDuel. In fact, I think we'll go ahead and throw a little on that because that's very encouraging. One thing I'm going to do real quick before I do that, though, is check the odds screen chart. But again, it's all showing the same odds and the same lines here. So we'll go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of that Pacers minus 6. The other thing you can do is keep this bet in your pocket, and then later on in the evening, if you're doing any live betting, kind of knowing where this game's supposed to land, you can get involved in the middle of the game. And if you pick up, say, the Pacers at minus 3 during the live game bet, you might get more value in that regard and pay less of a price and points. So that might be another strategy, is say, okay, I might sprinkle a little bit here on the minus 6.5. Now, typically the 6.5 number is one that, if they cover big. So this is a game that you might see them win by 10 points, 11, 12 points or more, because you're getting that free throw, timeout into the game, situation back and forth with fouling, stuff like that. And that's where they can close the gap and kind of get a backdoor spread. So this number is very important because, at this point you kind of need to plan on them either blowing the doors off of them, or, going to be close and then possibly screw up your cover by that number. Another caveat is you could look at a first half bet. You could consider and open up the charts. That's what we can do right now is we'll open up the first half charts at the odds screen to see if maybe there's a first half play, and then wait a little bit later to do a live bet. If we can pick up a better line, especially if the game isn't going our particular way, we don't get so invested. Okay, so came over to the odds screen, the OddsJam odds screen here. We're going to look at first half point spread. We pull the markets down. When you can pull any of the markets down from this tab, we're going to take a look at that Indiana game. So yeah, you can see the Pacers are at minus 4, minus 3.5. It's kind of what you would anticipate with the main line being 6.5. What's nice about this is the strategy in the game's different in the first half versus the end of the game in the second half, right? So if you feel like, Indiana's going to be strong, if you feel like you're getting indicators they may come out of the gate early and do really well, that's definitely the better route to go, to break this game up into a component, break it up into smaller pieces instead of just take the whole big bite at -6.5. So you can come back and use some alt lines and derivatives and see if there's some value potentially in, doing it this way. So I'm going to pull up that chart. Bookmaker pulled up, didn't see anything, didn't have any data on that just yet. So that might be the play. That might be the route to go. Don't have Bookmaker lined up as it being a global book or offshore book, but you can use the data points as they're a very wise book, and certainly bet online's at 4.2. So this 4.5 seems a little juicy, a little hedged, a little big, but that's something to consider, and just another route on how you can structure these bets. Okay, here you can see the NBA main markets odds screen here at OddsJam. Got your best odds, and this is a combination of the point spread and the totals. Is here the main markets. You can pull up any market you want here, or certainly open this up and open up any market, player prop, whatever. It's an incredible tool to identify value in markets very, very quickly. Of course, you can get into the MLB slate of games. You pull up this and you can see any of the MLB games. Okay, here we have the MLB slate of games with the main markets, and again, you're going to see the -1.5. That's run line. So run line is sort of like the point spread in baseball. If this would mean they have to win by 2 runs or more. If you have +1.5, that means they could lose the game by 1 run. You still cover that +1.5. Money line is a little bit different. This is where your odds. This is why people struggle in baseball. This is the secret sauce of baseball right here. The secret sauce of why people get their ass kicked in MLB is because they are paying an exorbitant amount of juice. And if you think about this, if you're betting -170 and you're betting, -163 and -190, the probability is such that you're getting the favorite, which is cool. But if you think about it and you lose a few of those, you have to hit a higher percentage of those bets to break even. If you're betting -110, -110, -110, -104, you can hit 53% and 54% and be profitable. If you don't hit a handful of these -190s and -160s, your CLV and your math's all fucked up, because you lost out on those, and so you have to compensate and come back in. That's why people lose money in MLB. They're taking bad odds and bad bets. Obviously, you can see that the real market changes here in the pricing. So this was +108. It's going down a bit, going towards the raise. You can see this was -115. It was -117 50 seconds ago. So you can see the prices. This is Novig and Sport Trade. These are 2 betting exchanges here in Colorado. We'll have the links down below if you want to get signed up for those. Please do so. They're really, really good tools to use as far as day trading sports. But so again, you're using the market making sports books to find outlying prices against the public sports books, and you can put these in your settings, and you can put these into whatever books you want to choose here with all the different options that OddsJam provides. So you can. I think it's best to use as many as you can as far as many data points. You can also consider the fact that you have Canby books. A Canby sports book is like Bet Rivers. Some of those that have 365, they have their own individual lines and odds. You have MGM, which does their own thing. You have the market making books that are going to give you the true direction of the price. But you have Caesars doing their own thing. You have FanDuel their own thing. So basically, you're getting a myriad of prices because they're all doing their own thing. If you had 3 Canby sports books, they're all going to be priced the exact same. The only nice part about having 3 Canby sports books, you can diversify and dilute your betting dollars so that you don't get limited as quickly, because when you put in higher amounts at sharper numbers, they're going to limit you. So this is why it's nice to have a variety of books to spread this out to get better options, better pricing. All right, guys, there you go. There's a handful of heuristics and some methods and some strategies and some concepts and ideas you can incorporate right away. And again, if you want to get signed up at the Bet School, go to boyddavis.com. Make sure you get all the tools and the resources and the education you need to structurally do this on a very consistent, profitable basis. So again, make sure you like and join the channel. If you have any questions or insights you want to share, please leave them down below as well. And I appreciate you stopping by. Let's go make some mathematical money.